So I sat back with a broken heart. I waited till 3 to see if you would come looking for me, but you did not. So I fell asleep with a broken heart.
Hello. I understand that we are streaming live here on the Facebook and also the YouTube. The YouTube. Go to YouTube, you guys. We got to get this YouTube cranked up. If you go to YouTube, type in the recovery room in that search engine, it should come up with a picture of me and I guess of my little baby girl when she was a little itty bitty baby thing. And click on the live thing so we can get some views, because the more views we get, the more money we make. Now we haven't even monetized. We got to monetize that site, guys. Let's not forget. Anyway, this is Recovery Room. Sorry, got carried away. Where we talk about prevention, we talk about treatment, we talk about recovery resources, wellness, not so wellness.
Life doesn't have to be the afterlife.
Yeah, we talk about a lot of stuff. I mean, we started this thing talking about the opioid addiction, and that was the catalyst. But as we've gone along, we found out from people's responses and so forth that people are addicted to a lot of stuff.
We are.
People are addicted to like sex and gambling and shopping and food. Ooh, it's definitely food, man. I know.
And allegedly chocolate ice cream.
And we know chocolate ice cream. I know allegedly. That's a done doggone deal. We're gonna hook that to you back there. But anyway, and so then it just expanded into recovery in general, because the techniques are the same, I think, regardless of what you're recovering from. I mean, I just think that basically you got to make a decision. That's just the bottom line on it. You got to make a decision, and of course, no decision is a decision.
It's a choice,
as we all know.
If you don't choose, you've made a choice.
Yeah, to lose.
Don't choose not to. You've chosen to.
Yeah, to be stagnant, to be uninvolved. To stagnate, to procrastinate, to conform. Good God. There's somebody said that. Oh, my boy KCB wrote. He said, Kobe's thing should be a message to everybody that it doesn't matter. You can work your butt off until your knuckles and your knees are sore, and do all the right things and be an icon. But nobody's immune to this thing called death. And for us to be spending any time trying to expedite that death, especially with the drugs that are on our current market in this drug culture, that will kill you for sure. They always have had that potential, but now that potential is like 10 times, 100 times more than it's ever been in the past. And so, I just gotta say, we gotta figure out how we can live in this little time that we got and enjoy some of the everybody's talking about going to heaven and all that kind of stuff, and that's fine, because I hope that for everybody. I'd rather believe in God and find out there is no heaven than to not believe and find out that there is. But at the end of that day, I've got to find my little piece of heaven right here on earth. And that's just me, And this is the thing I want to clarify about anything that you hear in this program. Anything that anybody says is express written thoughts of their own.
Very consensual to the
you can say what you want to say.
Your own mouth.
everybody's responsible for what comes out of their mouth. And the reality is, I only talk about what has worked for me. And giving you an example, and hopefully, with this whole thing that we're doing about the whole faces of opioids, that that will show some different aspects of this thing that everybody can, that might fit your category more than it fit mine. We had that one yesterday about, is it better to quit cold turkey or taper down? Most people want to taper down. And for several reasons, though. There's several reasons to taper down, but for those who really, if they don't have those things like allergic reactions or when how you have that, well, you gotta go cold
You're
turkey.
talking about like the side effects. Like
Yeah.
if I try to go cold turkey, I have withdrawal seizures.
Right.
And so it becomes a scary situation.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't encourage that for anybody.
And others can straight stop and they can stop. Just everybody's different. So you can't really judge anybody. You just want to know, the tapering down, you can't use as an excuse to prolong it. But, get yourself where you need to be.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing we're talking about. At the end of the day, if you're on this path where you will do a medically assisted treatment or taper off or whatever it is, if it's gonna be like this long extended period of time, then it's almost like delaying still the inevitable for me. If you're tapering off and you're gonna get to that point where that's it, I'm off, done.
Okay,
Today,
thank you. That was helpful. I've
that's
graduated
great.
this program too.
That's great, but if it's just gonna be, you tapering off and you're tapering off and you're tapering off, and at the end of the day, you're still addicted. At the end of the day, you still got some stuff going on.
Even if someone's like cleaning, not touching thing, 10 years down the road, they're still an addict. It's not like that rash went away.
Yeah.
No, it's still gonna itch.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Again, it's we're only here to really offer our experience and our hope, and to hopefully give you guys some hope, and help you maybe make a decision to say today, just for today, I'm not going to use, and whatever I got to do, if I said let's see if I get sick, whatever, I don't know, but you got to make that decision, and then the rest at the end of the day will take care of itself. There's so much out there. There's so many scenarios we can't even cover them. I've been doing this for 3 years, and I can't even cover all the scenarios, all of the methodologies, all of the treatments, all of the ways that people have gotten addicted. All of the ways that they've gotten off. All of the lives that have been affected, both adversely and for the best when somebody makes it. You know what? Do you know how good it feels for everybody else around you when you make that decision and you get yourself some time under your belt and you start looking good and all that? I know we was in a meeting one time, and a little girl came in, and she came in right off the streets, man, looking horrible. She just looked bad. The street is just beating her down. But she had a remarkable recovery, and we saw her in another meeting somewhere about 3 months later. She was the thing in the room. Everybody was like, the first rule is no relationships in the first year, right? Well, forget about that. Everybody was all over because she made that amazing transformation from this person that came in and looked like they were on death's door to somebody who really had some life in them. And that's what this is all about. That at the end of the day is what it's really all about. And it gives everybody hope. And that's what we're all wanting, right? We're all wanting we're all wanting to live in a world where the people around us are not suffering. And that they're living at least pleasant lives. Everybody's not gonna be a Kobe Bryant or LeBron James or whoever. But if you are living a successful life that is what you are capable of, then that is all that anybody can ask for. If you're the best janitor at the county, and that's what you aspire to be, then you're a success. Go do it. And if you haven't joined the Recovery Room family
Go
yet,
do that too.
please go do that. Go to your search engine, type in the Recovery Room. An icon will come up that has a dude, that emblem that they have in the hospital on a bed says the Recovery Room on it. And click on the join button. I mean, we've sent out some responses. Now here's a weird one. I sent out some friends requests, and I did it kind of a blanket deal, just inviting people. I got a private message like, "Why did you invite me to this drug page?" And I was like, huh? And I explained a few times that it was I just went to my friend list, and apparently you were on it, and I clicked to you to come invite it because we want as many people as possible to know what it is that we're doing. And she must be in some kind of hell right now. She was like, no, you invited me because you think I'm a drug addict. Oh, and it's what? It's because of my affiliation with Rosecrans Hospital?
Huh?
I was like, peace and love. Have a great day. Block.
Oh
my
but
God.
you do need to block some. If the person's negative, this and that, and you can't help them change, you don't need that negativity.
Well,
anyway.
I don't. We know for a fact we can't help everybody. This much we know. Okay? But that doesn't matter because we can just reach one person. During the course of doing what we do on a regular basis, if we can just reach one person, then that's enough. And I think today's topic is what it came to me. I was riding down, getting some wind in my hair, riding down the street on the bicycle, and
It was nice wind too. Oh, it felt good.
it was a good wind, and I got a little wind in my hair and my ears and stuff, and it came to me that because I can hear Chrissy's voice in my head. So what's the topic today? And so I said the topic today, and I remembered it because normally I get them all every morning as I'm riding to my destination. I get it, and then if I don't write it down, I'll forget.
I got you early today.
Yeah, you
It
called
was
me early
earlier.
today. And so today's topic was life in the key of love. Woo.
That's a whole lot of it.
Life in the key of love. You see, and here's where it came from. Just so you know where I'm going with this. I sing, right, and I sing with a variety of musicians. Some of them very, very fine musicians. Some of them not so much. And I'm not talking about anybody in particular out there, but some people are better than others. And see, in music there's a language, right? And there's an A, an E, and B, the notes. And I don't know, I'm not a musician like that. I don't know when it's an A or B or an E, but I know when it's not. I know when it's not. So when that note is not right, everything is thrown off.
Makes sense.
And for the untrained ears, normally the audience, they still jamming, and as musicians we're sitting there going, dude, God, don't you hear what you're playing? I can hear it, I don't even know what it is, but I know it's not right.
And if you don't know who he's talking about, that's you. Because if you're that good, that can't be you.
Yeah, that's not yeah, exactly. You know who it's not. So then it boils down to who it is. We'll leave that one alone. But
Shovel, please.
but the whole point of that whole thing is though, see, music is this art form that is homogeneous.
Harmonious.
It is harmonious.
Homogeneous?
Yeah, because it all has to all come together. As I'm talking about both. I was coming to harmonious as well. You beat me to it. It is harmonious and homogeneous because it all comes together. Even jazz music, you got people playing different things, but they're playing it in the right key, and there's still harmony there. And for me, it just dawned on me, it's like, that's the way life is. If there's harmony, everything is cool and it sounds good, and you know, and you're dancing and carrying on. You know what I mean? And everything's good. But when there's that bad note, it's like, oh yeah, it's like this, yeah. It's like, oh, ooh.
Just screw it all up real quick. Mess it up.
Let's find that harmony, folks. And that's about as clear as I can put it. I don't know if that's even clear, but that's about as clear as I can put it. You know, this life is about harmony. This life is about finding your frequency.
Okay, so let me say.
Okay? That's like your radio, right? If you're trying to get to 107.5 and you're playing I use those calls. Let me use some different numbers. If you,
I wonder why.
let me use some different call letters. If you're trying to get to 101.6 and you got it on 101.4, you're gonna have static. You might get a little bit of the song that you want or the station that you want, but you're gonna have static. Okay? And so what is suggested very strongly is that you tune it to the right station.
It's the combination, harmony. It's the combination of simultaneously sounding musical notes to produce chords and chord progressions having a pleasing effect.
Wow, see? I didn't even go to the definition. I just knew that.
And the arrangements thereof gospels, narratives, which present a single
I love a paranarrative, don't you?
narrative text. There's your harmony
Love you some
lesson.
paranegatives, boy.
That's all I got.
Anyway, guys, it's really simple as that. See, when we're out there and us as addicts, and we're doing all those things that we do to as addicts, and I don't really have to go down the list because you know what the hell I'm talking about. You know what I mean? And that's this harmony. That's throwing the everything off. It's out of sync. It's like your car missing a cylinder. You know, you ride. That's not what we want, right? We want that thing to purr. We want that engine, like when you hit the pedal, you want it to respond. This is a harmony that I'm talking about. This is a synergy that I'm talking about. This is my message to you that you're fitting. You're in all of our worlds. We're all in each other's worlds. You know, and the best thing that we can do is find a way to make my little piece, make your little piece easier, or have them go together well, where it's not like the nails on the chalkboard. So Sean broke out the phone, and the number for you can call it, because see, this is a talk show. And we don't mind. We'll do all the talking, but I know out there sometimes there's somebody that's got a burning desire to in addition to being able to respond on the Facebook feed. I know some people that got something on their mind that they really want to try to get off, but feeling as though that they'll be, I don't know, judged or whatever. There's no judgment here. There's only the opportunity to share, and so don't hesitate. Chrissy just posted it on the feed. The number to call is 941-201-5226. Now you might hear a couple of messages on there, but it'll be one for the recovery room. But yeah, and call us right now. We'll put you. We'll take you live and
if you don't want to be live, don't talk about your subject.
No, I didn't say you tell your name. You'll be just live on the thing. You don't have to say who you are. And I can guarantee you that there's something that you're going to say that is going to be beneficial
help
to
someone
somebody
else
else.
today.
Yeah.
It's crazy how that works. So sometimes, excuse me, I'll find myself sitting places. I'll even overhear other people talking about certain things. I'm like, I think I was just made to have this seat for this last minute and a half. I was just supposed to sit here. That was something I was supposed to hear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did.
Sometimes you got that something that somebody just needs to hear.
Yeah, or something that said that you need to hear.
There you go.
You know what I mean? And you gotta have
Or you
your
gotta
ears
say it out
open.
loud to yourself, and then that's all you need.
Yeah, I agree.
The other day I was at Publix getting a sub, and this car pulls up, the guy goes, you're Sean, you're everywhere. and I'm like, thanks, and drives away. I'm like, who in the bleep was that?
Yeah, probably saw the show. probably saw the show. A lot of people watching, and that's great. I mean, you got people, and we got, I know about 8 or 9 different states. You know, because you know the thing about this particular, let's call it tragedy, this opioid epidemic that we're going through, is that it affects everybody everywhere. The greatest medical emergency, national medical emergency in the history of all time, and you know, and so we've got to do something about it because we can't sustain it. There's 170 people across the nation, and that's probably not even a real number, that are overdosing and dying every day. Not every couple of days, not every week, not every month, every day. That is like a plane going down, or several of those helicopters going down every day. And see, and this was my big beef about what was going on. Just first of all, Kobe and his daughter, they were on the plane or on the helicopter. It was 700 people on there. They didn't count. You know what I mean?
Everyone's just as important as the next person.
Yeah, that was.
So I mean, and then finally they got around to talking about the other people. But what about that person that's dying right next to you? You know, they're on their helicopter on the way to a crash. You can see it, but you close your eyes and you ignore it. That's not the way this is gonna happen. Gonna get any better. Everybody's got to make some. See, because the majority of us that are addicts, we're just looking for some kind of fix, some kind of you know, feel good, some kind of self-medicate and try to get to a level where all the pain and all of the world is not bothering you.
To get to that satisfied. Everybody has personal needs, and when your personal needs are met, then you might go looking to fulfill your personal needs. And a lot of that addiction is going to send you off to whichever one it is that you're looking to fulfill. And if you can cut off at the past, it's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
You just got to acknowledge it and be able to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's as easy just to go the other way.
I predict wholeheartedly that this group of people who I am one of those in the tribe, with Gawi tribe. Anyway, I predict that in the next few years, when that whole redemption period, that whole revelation period comes around, and the world is in need of those who have some intestinal fortitude, it's going to be a bunch of addicts. There's going to be a bunch of people that survive one of those things that is, if you survive it, it is a miracle. You know, it's going to be a bunch of people that have been down through the gallows, into the gutters, we used to call it in the hood, and have managed to come back, managed to resurrect themselves, managed to come and start living a purposeful life. I got a friend, and I'm gonna call her out because I'm so proud of her. Her name is Tiffany. And Tiffany has moved. She was here when I first met her. She was a wreck. She stayed in recovery, Celebrate Recovery, and all kinds of different, all the rooms and all that, and just came around to be just like a leader in this community, and has now moved to Georgia and is becoming a leader in that community. And these are the people that you know, you see, and you know that if that person can come from that depth, you know, that from being that far down, I don't know if it was her bottom or not, who knows what the bottom is, but can come from that far down and come back and now have a job and responsible, and man, that's what we want, right?
Absolutely.
That's what we want. We want a whole lot more of that. For
There's
sure.
still always another side to come back from, and one to head to.
Yeah. So we got Sean here, and Sean now is, I don't know how long it was ago now, because it doesn't really matter, but it wasn't so long ago that dude was not here with us.
Not at all.
And so I'm just encouraged about, because this is the human spirit. This is this abominable nature that we have, that spirit for life. He was given the tag, the sentence. You're lucky if you got 6 months. And some more than 6 months later, he's here. And guess what? And is better than he has been in a long time, which is an amazing feat. But at the same time, reality is always reality, right? So the reality is that his liver is bypassed, okay, and which means that you really don't have one. And God knows that there's miracles happening all around us, and it's an amazing thing. But in a perfect world, you need a liver. In a perfect world, you need a liver. And so this is a preview. Just put it out there for everybody. We're going into an intense fundraising campaign for Sean to be able to cover the medical, out-of-pocket medical expenses that he's going to incur. There are going to be some, regardless of what type he's got. What do you call it? Medically
Needy.
Medically needy.
Yeah,
If anybody watching knows what it is, please
medically
tell us.
needy, medically needing Medicaid.
Yeah.
And at the same point, it comes down to the money's out there. They will put him right there back up. They will right there on the list. He's like literally right now buying him here, and
Buying time.
that's
Renting
he's
time.
a cash
Renting
paying
time. Renting it, yeah, right.
patient with a medically needy insurance. So I mean that puts him like right there. It is literally saving his life.
Yeah. So again, just when it comes out, I want you guys to get involved. I want you to share it with your friends. If you guys got some people that are real, money people that are fluid, please get it to them. We're working on some stuff, a video and a few other things, and it'll be ready probably in the next couple of days. And so look for the GoFundMe page to get Sean on the list and to get him a liver so that he can live a little bit longer. And that's what we all want,
He
right?
has a beautiful 12-year-old daughter that loves her summers with her daddy and her vacations, and so this is important.
And
Very
something
important.
I didn't know until talking with other doctors again and again and again. Not only did they put the liver in, they actually put a pacemaker in as well. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with my heart.
Yeah.
But they explained that if they ever had to go in, that I wouldn't survive both. And so I'm like, you guys keep saying I wouldn't survive this stuff when I'm here. I wouldn't survive when I'm here.
Yeah.
You
We
know,
ain't trying to push it though.
no, but now it's common practice when you do one, you do both.
Yeah.
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 Who knew?
Well, who knew? Who knew that you'd be in this position? Who
There's
knew?
no microwave here.
Yeah, I mean, a year ago, we were out in the country just running around acting crazy. Wasn't even thinking about it.
Just
Knocking
knock
teeth
out
out.
and everything.
and everything, just having a good old time.
Shoot rattlesnakes and
Yeah.
Was that a year ago? Because I
It
don't
was
know.
over a year
It's
ago.
like
It was like
almost
November of 2000, September, October, November of 2018.
a
Ooh,
while ago.
it was a while ago.
I've missed a couple. This is my first year back after what?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. She's
Don't ask
been
me how.
away to school.
Yeah.
She's been away to school.
Cool, man. She was at the spa.
She was at the spa. She was getting a massage. She was getting a message.
Yeah, the message part is right. We got a different definition of the other one.
Don't drop the soap.
Oh,
That is exactly
so
what you
that's
told
the
me before I
message.
left. Go make new friends, don't drop the soap. And I'm like, you son of a...
That's the message.
Crap.
Let me remind you guys to go and check us out on YouTube. That's the Recovery Room SRQ. Oh, sorry, that's the Recovery Room SRQ on YouTube. I'm gonna go check. I want to see somebody that's tuned in. I'll be checking when we get off of here, and we need you guys to start tuning in to that. Excuse me.
I'm just going to step up for a moment.
She's going to step up for a
I'm gonna
moment.
step out for a moment.
Okay. Well, I'd be remiss in my duties if I didn't recognize our sponsors. 421 Sweet Treats out in Anne Marie Island.
Be looking for it.
Yeah,
Oh.
we'll have their Facebook page up and all that here in just a minute.
And
We're
you
helping
want
them
like
put that together.
yummy,
Oh my God,
Oh.
everything. Want yummy everything?
and you want to know that it's even healthy, but the healthy intake is like so delicious.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
they're incredible.
Yeah, normally when you hear organic or either gluten free or something like that, you go, okay, taste free.
Whatever. Or when you eat healthy, then you're not quite like it just doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Put the two together, and you're like, I'm healthy, and it's
Yeah,
they're the
that's,
bomb.
that's awesome.
Cappuccinos and
Yeah.
all.
And then we got PO Warriors, Protect Our Warriors. It's a really
Protect Our
awesome
Warriors.
website designed to lead veterans and first responders to businesses that that have some kind of discount or some kind of special that they offer you guys that you don't know about, and that's going to be that's a real cool website. And again, all you vets out there, thank you so much for your service. And we hear that so often, and what this website is designed to do is to show that appreciation. Okay, and then last but not least, and they're growing, but last but not least, we've got the Hammock Haven. Who would ever thought that there'd be a Hammock Haven? You know, wouldn't that doesn't even just sound good? I'm just gonna go lay down in my Hammock Haven and just do whatever it is I do.
I just kind of
you know?
picture that like spread out feeling when you're just spread out and you're weightless and you're just happy and.
Yeah, you can go check them out at thehammockhaven.com, or there is a Hammock Haven page on Facebook. Go and check it out and see what it's all about. Who would thought they'd be renting hammocks? They rent paddle boards and kayaks and all kinds of stuff. Oh, I ran into some guys today that rent gazebos for the beach. That's pretty cool.
The tents.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We're trying to-
We're gonna hook up the Hammock Haven with those people. It's all
Yeah,
good.
I'm
It's
just
all about
giving
right.
them
It's all about
shout-outs, too.
win-win. Is that right? You know.
Absolutely.
It's all about win-win. It's all about, how can I help you help me help you? And that is the goal. The fourth stated goal. Anyway, getting back to the topic at hand, harmony,
Harmony.
we need that. We need for everybody to try to find a way to be a blessing. If you've been blessed, you need to find a way to be a blessing. And don't miss that opportunity, because it's going to come along. And I don't know what your belief in God is, but my God, I know, works through people. My God picks people who has the stuff that's necessary to be a blessing to other people. Okay, and if that comes along, please don't miss that opportunity, because somebody's been praying for that person, and all prayers are answered. They're answered in one way or another. Some of them don't come in the way that we want them to come, but when it comes, it's even better. That's what I've been finding out in this life. And so sometimes you just gotta leave the house. We left the house today and went over and saw our friends over at 421 Sweet Treats, and walk in, and there's a guy sitting there, and and we just started talking, and we were talking about, business and all that, and his response was, what, I like to help people get started. We're like, okay, well,
It's great.
that'd be us.
Great people to
He
see.
said, I got, and then we talked about a couple of businesses. He said, I got some options for you, we'll talk. And that would have never happened if we didn't leave the house. You know what I mean? And also leave the house with good intentions. The intention was to exactly do that. Go out and meet the people today that we're supposed to meet. They probably wouldn't come knocking on the door. No.
Not this house. No.
I know, now with Leia here.
Yeah.
Until they hear Leia barking, we're not going there. Definitely not going there. So what's happening in the news, Sean? I know you got...
There was another earthquake. It was between Cuba and Jamaica.
Wow.
7.9.
The planet's not happy.
And now they're talking. When I was last online before we went to Mayaca, we're putting up tsunami warnings all over.
Wow.
Um,
Wow. And you know, and that having said that, that just is one of the thoughts that we were talking about today. We just take everything for granted. We
granted,
take our little
yeah.
great days. We don't think that a tsunami can come, and because we've been so fortunate, we don't think that a tsunami can come and affect our lives right here, right now, today. You know, we just kind of think, hey, everything's gonna be all right. You know, the electric's on, the water's on, and everything's great. You know, and you know, and it's so crazy because the other thing that I was thinking about today is that, do you know that it wasn't so long ago that people had to buy blocks of ice?
Yeah.
You know, and then before that there was no such thing as ice.
Right.
So they had to use salt or whatever to preserve this stuff, or you had to eat it all because there's just really no way to preserve it.
No, it's like if you watch an old western, they weren't, you know.
Yeah, they cooking and eating.
Yeah.
And you know, there's no Tupperware.
Or if they went to like the watering hole, I mean, it was, you know, everything was room temp. You know?
Yeah, no ice. You know, and so there's just little things that we take for granted, like these lights and refrigeration, that you can put something in there and you can have it 2 days later or something. That was unheard of. That's why things like pork and all that were in the Muslim religion a banned food, because it had trichomonas in it back then, and people were dying from it. So right now it's the other white meat. You know, Don, what you laughing at? Right now it's the other white meat, and so things change, and they're getting ready to make a drastic change. I mean, it's the technology is moving so quickly now that there's going to be some drastic change in this whole artificial intelligence. You know, with our communication. Sean was talking about the what was that thing that you
It's a
put in your eye?
contact. It's a contact that does everything your cell phone does. And you could, it's just like you look at your screen, you look at a contact and there's everyone you do, and you speak to it and say, call so-and-so, and you're video chatting with somebody looking out through your eye, and I'll be like, nope, I'll start a fire, I'll do smoke signals. I'm not putting that in my eye.
Oh yeah. What happens after that? Well, you know, they've already in I think it's Sweden, have already started implanting the chip into
chips.
people.
Yeah.
That was predicted. See, and that's what you gotta know. Most of these things that have been prophesied, they are mostly coming to pass. You know, I mean, and this whole chip thing, to where there's going to be this one world economy, which is what we see happening around us right now. See, because when you get a situation where the powers that be have absolute power, veto power and executive powers, and no, we're not going to do this, and we don't care what you say or what you think, you're getting close to where it's going to be an autonomy. You got these group of dictators that all want to run. They all want to be king for life and run the world forever. You know, and then the only way that you can do that is to sedate the masses. Which, you know, I don't know if I'm talking conspiracy theory here with the whole opioid things, but God knows it was made right here in our country. You know, some companies backed by the government were the people that were putting out these opioids. A bunch of them are paying dearly now, fines and with jail time. But ooh man, they made a whole bunch of money, and a whole bunch of people got sick and died. You know, seems so much like a conspiracy. Seems so much like you know, something that was a setup. You know.
Speaking of the news, also, I read today they said that, because I guess yesterday was National Holocaust Day,
Mm-hmm.
and they said if we had a moment of silence for every person that passed away during the Holocaust,
Yeah.
we would be silent for 1.5 years.
Yeah.
And that's just,
Yeah.
it's mind-boggling.
It is mind-boggling, and some people need to be silent for 1.5 years. Just shut up.
We'll call Joey. Say, oh, Joey, come take care of this for us.
Yeah.
You know.
Tell them to shut up. Silence them. Silence. Anyway, yeah, it's amazing, and those numbers are probably kind of fudged, and probably that Holocaust cause number is off. You know, some people slept through the numbers, kind of slipped through the cracks.
Right.
You know, and
That's just
an
a
atrocity.
Right.
It's an atrocity, and you see, and how it happened. It happened with apathy. people being apathetic, people being stagnant and procrastination, and while there's another group of people that are working feverishly to take over, and other people just sitting and watching, like, okay, well, it doesn't affect me now, because, I got my own problems. You have a real problem when they take away all your freedoms. And so I'm just suggesting that, we come out of this nation of sedation. We realize that we are human beings, and our voices count, and especially when we multiply them, when we come together on something, because that, the saying, I say it every day, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. You know what I mean? And it's some heads rolling right now, I mean, when you see and hear with your own eyes a truth, and somebody tells you that it's not the truth, and we go, okay, we got a problem, NASA, Houston, we got a problem.
Denial.
And not the river.
Not the river.
We got a problem, guys, and we can either be part of the problem or we can be part of the solution. I'm siding with being part of the solution, and that's in everything that I can in my life, which right now keeps me pretty busy, and I love it. And that's the thing about having a passion, having a mission. It keeps you busy, and I think that's why a lot of people don't even pursue theirs, because it's gonna require them to do something different. It's gonna require some work. It's gonna require leaving the house and maybe getting your hands a little dirty. It's gonna require changing some patterns that have become a habit. And which brings up the 2190 program. How do you change your thinking? You got to do it consistently. So we suggest that for 21 days. 21 days. If you do anything for 21 days, it becomes a habit. And if you do it for 90 days, it becomes a lifestyle. But if you will for 21 days, just be positive. I can go into all the other details, but I'm just going to say to you that if you will for 21 days, just be positive. When you wake up in the morning, be positive. Have some gratitude. All your thoughts and everything, have positive visualizations about what it is you want. When you run into a negative situation, think about something positive. Turn it into a positive. Positive. And again, I'm not trying to make it seem like it's some simplistic thing, but guess what? When you finally get it, it really is. When you finally get it, it's really as simple as that. It's really as simple as, hey, listen, I want my life and my relationships to be pleasant. I want them to be happy. I want them to be rewarding. I want them to be trustworthy, loving and kind. Listen, it happens. It happens. See, this 6 inches between our ears is the most powerful computer type thing ever made. And getting back to these waves, we send out waves. This thing is a powerful transmitter and a powerful receiver. Okay, we'll believe again in Santa Claus.
What you talking about, Willis?
I don't know. Does anybody ever know what Willis is talking about?
Nobody knows.
Willis, what is he talking about? Anyway. Powerful, and so we'll accept that the signal comes through to the television. Oh, the same thing is with us. You ever been thinking about somebody and they show up,
Right.
or they call you on the phone?
Yeah, and then you think, why was I thinking about that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like, geez, shut up. It's because you sent them a message. 100 years ago, if I'd have picked this thing up and started talking to somebody, and somebody asked me who I was talking to, and I said I was talking to Pookie, and they knew that Pookie was in New York City and I was in Florida, they were looking at me like I'm crazy. It's like, what is this you?
Speaking of, that reminds me, I'm on like a lot of the liver foundation things, just talking about my ailments and different side effects I have for medicine, and a lot of the day I was doing there, people to give a shout out where they're from. We really haven't done that here. Kind of curious where all of our listeners are from.
Yeah.
You guys give us a shout out. Say, hey, I'm Mikey from so and so, or just so we know we're reaching people.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know Demetrius, who was on yesterday, I know he's from Virginia Beach, and I
Right.
know my boy KCB as well. He's out in Arizona now, so we got Arizona. I know, I got my family and so forth there in New York and Washington and North Carolina. I know I got some friends in LA and some friends in New York, and I mean, so it's
I know we're regional, but it's
Yeah.
nice to
Nice to know.
to see
Yeah.
on there, and then because we can see a blizzard, be like, oh well, why we haven't heard from so and so in so long because
Yeah.
they got snowed in.
or something. Yeah. So put some posts and let us know where you're at, and what's going on in your area. That's the beauty of this whole Facebook animal. Is that it reaches the entire world. I mean, I got friends that are from the Ukraine and from did I say Ukraine? Oh my God, I've heard Ukraine so much over the last month or so. Can't even freaking
Impeach.
impeach me, please, for even saying it.
Oh, you were the ones that stuff the stuff in the emails, yeah.
Yeah. Russia, if you can find those emails. Anyway.
They're Hillary's other computer.
It's in the other computer. Yeah. So, man, hope. Hope is better than dope. That's all I can say. If you look at my page, you can see my background thing, whatever you call it. It's called, it says Hope Dealer. Used to be a dope dealer, but now we're talking about dealing some hope, baby. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about in this world. The more hope, the better. The more people that get their lives turned around and are doing the right thing, the better my world becomes. Because it's all about me.
There you go.
Not. Absolutely not. But the reality is it's all about us. It's about us as a unit. It's about creating that perfect pitch. Creating that life in the key of love. Love being they always ask me as a singer, so what key you singing in? And I have to go, I don't know. It's like this. And they, A, okay, good. Normally G, but but if I'm in G and somebody else is in A, sometimes it could work, but the reality is we all got to be on the same page to create that harmony, so that the audience is not going. I hate when the audience does that, don't you, Don?
Yes, I do.
The audience of one here, but many out there.
Yeah. So, there's this dude, right? And he's up and coming, striving young executive, but he's a single parent, and his son is the most important thing. Of course, you got to make money to take care of, but his son is the most important thing. And so he was at work, and his time was barreling down for him to have to leave and go and pick up his baby boy from the nursery. And so he took all the work that he had, and he said, I'll just take it home with me and get it done, because it was due the next morning. And so I'll just take it home and get it done. So he's sitting there at his desk, and he's trying to do his work. And of course, that 5-year-old old, they got all that energy and all these questions, like, why is there air? And he's like, why is that blue? And why do we, have to wear shoes? Just all kinds of stuff. And the dad was like, okay, well, let me think. Okay, he saw a magazine, and there was a picture of the world and a globe in it, and he ripped it out and he tore it into little pieces, right? And he grabbed some Scotch tape and he gave it to his son. He said, son, go and put this picture of the world back together for me. And then by the time you get done doing that, then Dad will probably be done with what he's doing, and then we can go and play and shoot some hoops and do whatever. And off the little kid went. He's over there and he's humming, he's happy, kids, and he's they get such joy. And that's what a lot of us need to get back to our kids' sense of wonderment and not worrying about everything and stressing ourselves out about everything. But anyway, and in no time he was back. And he had the picture together. It was together pretty good. And the father looked at it like, wow, that's a good job. So, but I don't understand. How did you put it together so quick? I thought it would at least take you half an hour or something. And the little boy said, well, Daddy, see, you You handed me the picture upside down, and see on the other side I saw there was a man's head, and then I saw a leg and an arm and an ear, and I said, well, who I ain't sure. Let me put this together. So I was sitting there and I put the man together, and the world came together. Ain't that, isn't that so? Isn't that the case? Isn't that the reality? When you break it down to its simplest form, isn't it that we have to get ourselves together before we can worry about getting anybody or helping anybody else? Don't they always say, put the mask on yourself first? When you're flying and the plane decides to go down, put the mask on yourself first, because if you can't do anything about it, you need to be conscious to do it. And so this is what we're talking about. We're talking about harmony, and we're talking about consciousness, and we're talking about being having hope, and we're talking about being kind to your fellow man, and we're talking about creating a better you, because when you create a better you, there's a good chance it's going to have a positive effect on the world around you. I know myself, that's what I want to do. And when they got the dash, right? The dash is 19 whatever or 2000 or whatever year you were born in to that day that you die. That's that dash. And that dash is everything that you've done in between that time. And when you get to the end and there's somebody there that's reading your obituary or giving you a memorial or talking about you, we want them to be able to say something good about you. We want to be able to say that oh man, one thing about that dude, they worked hard, man, and they were honest and they were fair and they always tried to help people. Not like they were so glad they did. Ooh.
With me getting sick, like some friends Sean, did you make a bucket list? And they go, is there any certain saying you'd want to have on your tombstone? And I've also had my sense of humor, so I was like, well, don't try this at home, other things like that. But
bucket list, yeah. I mean, I
maybe
guess
if you guys still here, you're listening.
Yeah.
Come up with your bucket list, not what you want to do before you die.
Right.
Have a happy bucket list. You know what?
Yeah.
This week.
I'm gonna do that
I'm
today.
Do this, and start today.
Yeah, start today. Just do something good for yourself and for somebody else. Make that a goal. How about that? That sounds like a worthwhile goal, doesn't it? Do something good for somebody else and for yourself.
And send us a message. Say, hey, look, I took your all's advice, did this.
Yeah.
And
do like I do every time I go across the bridge. I pay for the person behind me. It's a simple gesture, but who knows when that time comes up, when that person pulls up and they're short on the change, and the person you had paid for them, they go, oh my God, God is wonderful. God is wonderful. I mean, He knew 5 cars ago that I didn't have enough money, and somebody paid it for me. It's amazing. It's an amazing thing.
A couple weeks ago, I was going in the Dollar Tree. You got to open those doors, and I use a shopping cart so in case I do get my head, don't fall. And I went and I held the door open for this lady who went in front of me. As I for her, she just gave me a funny look, like, why holding the door open for me? And then we actually ended up cashing out at the same time, and I held the door for her open again. When I got in my truck, she saw that handicap sticker, and she was like, you're handicapped, you went out of your way to hold the door for me. I was like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do,
Yeah, my parents raised me right.
Yeah, it's like,
this is like normal, And you people that are so callous enough, you that are not old enough to remember that old Indian with the tear rolling out of his eyes because of littering, man, don't throw your McDonald's bag out your window onto the street. I mean, come on, man. That's callous indifference.
Actually, I saw a beautiful one. It was the guy had the GoPro on his motorcycle, and he's at a red light. And this car, they're actually in a school thing, picking up kids from the school. And someone just starts throwing the trash out. Guy gets off his motorcycle, grabs all the trash, throws it all on the person. And they're like, what? And everybody else there, they're all clapping, going, yay, yay.
Yeah, man. Keep America beautiful, man. they still doing that. They still got the Keep America Beautiful campaign, and we need to do that, man. I mean, because it's just nasty when you come out and somebody's. And it's not even because I can pick up the trash, but it is a thought that somebody is just that indifferent that they just throw their stuff out the window like it doesn't matter. You know, that's just wrong. That's just one of my pet peeves. But there's a lot of stuff, you know. But at the base of it, though, if we would all find ourselves a little bit more caring and forgetting about race and forgetting about sex and all that. I play what I call celebrity tennis, right? I go and I play with a group of my senior friends, and they love me to come and play with them because they get the ball hit to them a little harder than they would when they were just playing with each other and all that. But some of them are 75, 80, 90 years old, and they're some of my best friends. And every time we get together, there's like this warmth and this sincerity, and because that's the thing about people, right? Anybody can be nice one day, but you get around a person enough, and you can really find out a whole lot about them, And one of the things that I love about most of my friends in my life is I don't call you a friend unless you have been consistently that. It's that they're so consistent. I mean, it's amazing. You know what you're getting, and that's what they say about me all the time. Well, at least we know what we're getting with you, man. You don't show up one day and a completely different person than you were the day before. I mean, of course, everybody goes through some stuff, and you might, have to have a moment of have a bad mood, but I just don't do that either. I mean, if you're causing some grief in my life, I listen. If I can help you, I will, but I can also say, listen. Sit on down the line, about a half a mile or so. Don't care where you go. Just get away from me. But no, I care about everybody, but I love me. I love me some me. That's my mom said. Oh boy, you love you some me. You love you some you.
She might have talking about something different.
Yeah, well, I did have her fuzzy slippers.
Oh! And now it's all like Donkey Kong. It's not the dress that makes you look pretty. Hello.
You make the dress look pretty.
That's the other show.
That's the other show. Hey guys, as we say every day, we just hope that there's one person that hears any one thing that we say, at least some encouragement that gets it and is wanting to change their lives and we give them a little push, not off the cliff,
Unless your name's Dave. No kidding.
Yeah, Dave's got to go. Yeah, that's the inside.
It's not here, man.
Dave's not. He better not be.
No, there's that funny thing was going on over Facebook a while back ago. It said 1 out of 10 people has the potential to be an axe murderer or whatever else. And the cartoon thing it says, so I pushed Dave off the roof in case it was Dave.
Dave's not here.
No.
Yeah, just be kind to people. Just do something nice for somebody. Turn that me into a we all the way home.
And as everybody watching, I mean, we talk about a lot of serious stuff here, but you see, we have fun with it, and you should have fun in your life, whatever else. Don't let that drug bring you down, or that bottle, or whatever.
Or relationship.
Whatever your poison could be,
Yeah.
and it could be your addiction to food, or like your relationship, your home life, or whatever. Don't let it get you down.
Yeah, I agree. No truer words have been spoken. You only got a short period of time, and sometimes it's shortened. And don't do like a lot of people go to your grave and your treasure still buried deep inside of you. Let it go, let it be. Find that thing that moves you. Find that thing that you'll do for free that you can conceivably get paid for.
You said away.
Recovery room, baby.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Nothing to
Peace.
say.
Peace out, everybody. Love you,
You
Saturday.
already knew I would come searching anyway. So I sailed across the sea to see if you were there waiting for me, but you were not. So I sailed back with a broken heart. I waited till 3 see if you would come looking for me, but you did not. So I fell asleep with a broken heart.
I didn't know snorting that first line of Oxy would take me down this path.
Realistically though, that one's on me. That's free. Okay? But if you want to get some more, just bring a couple of dips, a couple of dollars, and we can work it out. Work out some stuff in trade. You know how that goes.
I didn't know that I would sell my body to support my habit.
So sorry, little one. Hardest thing I do.
I didn't know that I would lose my baby. That she was born addicted and she never had a chance.
I'm floating, I'm rolling down the highway, I'm strolling. How much you got, you holding? It's so hard to control it, but I like the high.
Mainlining heroin in a public restroom was not in my 5-year plan.
With the high took my friends, so I'm down with the call to the end. I will.
Hey, baby, what's up? Did you have a party last night? Baby? Wake up. Baby? 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 Wake up. Wake up. Hey, hey. Marianne, call 911. What's Marianne? Wake up. Get her up. Get her up. Get her up. Get her up.
I didn't know that last shot that it would kill me, but it did.
We didn't even know she was using. I don't know how we didn't see it. My baby. My baby's gone. My baby.
Today I may not have a thing at all. Know the end before you begin.
Today I may not have a thing at all, except for just a dream or two. But I've got lots of plans for tomorrow, and all my tomorrows belong to you.
No one knows better than I that love keeps passing me by. That's fate.
But with you there at my side,
I'll soon be turning the tide. Just we.